recyclable. We go into dry zone. Okay, we dry it after some time. Now coming back to the medical waste. All medicines, syringes, sharp edge thing pins. Okay, hello mama, you are late for picking up both are. So this injection and all pins, little blades is all very harmful, and you have to take care. Then we go to some reject waste. So colors of this normally kept. Where will you put your notebook? This is one week. Notebook अभी इधर का हो गया, इधर का कट जाएगा. Very good. Tanya, it's a 25 marks. 25, 10 marks. And these people were talking too much now. Now they are 10 marks. Okay. Bandage. Bandage. Okay. You decide together. Teamwork. Sure. Yeah. Pakka. What do you think? Is that right? We should have like a slogan. Slogan. बोलो क्या रखना है? बनाओ slogan बनाओ. हमारा.
मैं यहाँ पे वो हम देश के वो वॉरियर्स हम वो वॉलंटियरिंग कर रहे हैं और ओके नमस्ते my name is Suranya and this is Madhav. We are waste warriors and we have come here to inform you about waste segregation. Okay. We have come to inform you about waste segregation. So first we will start with wet waste. Sorry, wet waste will go in the green bin. Wet waste is all the food items like lemons, some sort of rice which got left over, or flowers and some plants may also go in it. And this is a very important thing. If you're throwing food away from polythene bag, first throw the food in the green bin, then throw the polythene away in the blue bin, which he will explain now. Now the blue bin is the dry bin is also blue. Now these ones you can recycle them and use them again, like plastic bottles, plastic bags or paper or money. You can use them and recycle them. Yeah, but then you should mix them up. Remember the recyclable items go to the blue one, the dry waste. Okay, so now I'll explain reject waste. Reject waste is like any sanitary waste, like if you have any diapers, baby diapers, you can throw that away, and some hazardous items also go in it, like syringes, injections, medicines, like without help can harm you. So that all will go into the reject waste, which is the red bin. Remember, red for hazardous. Now next is e-waste. E-waste, also known as electrical waste, is a waste where you put all your electrical appliances away, like TV wires, mouse wires, and all those stuff. And you can remember this by the light in electricity. The light goes yellow, so you can remember it by it going by e-waste, electrical waste. And we have another thing. How many bins do you have in your house?
I have 2.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. We have one dry waste and dry bin and wet bin. Okay, fine. So, we'll like you to read this. Not that. This. Not this. We'll like you to read this. Start signing in. Yeah. Read this. I'll take this. Give me the bag. Hold this. Bag. Oh, okay, God. What is it?
Explain what is wet, what is reject.
What's your name?
Samriti.
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 Okay. Wet bin? Wet waste bin?
I'll be explaining about the wet and dry waste. She'll be explaining about the reject and the electrical waste. So first comes the wet waste, which is in green color. It is all the kitchen waste, like all the vegetables, fruits, eggshells and all. And in the wet waste also comes the garden waste, which is all the flowers, fruits and all.
Okay.
And in dry waste we have all the plastic bags, cardboard, papers and all.
And in the reject waste, all the sanitary waste like the medicines, napkins and sharp things like injections and all. And in the e-waste, it's also called electronic waste, which like the cable wires and like chargers and all comes in that. And we like to ask you something. Do you have two bins separately for dry and wet waste?
Yes, I have.
So
So, Rita, one thing I want to ask you. Good. There were certain questions which I would like to ask you. Like in the dry waste, the milk packets and everything will go in the wet waste, or it will go in the dry waste.
the milk will go in wet waste as it's wet, and in the dry, the packet will come, the plastic one.
Right. And the batteries and everything will go in the
Electrical waste, yellow one.
And whenever you're having food in a packet of like
Chips.
paper covers or chips, if you have in a plastic cover, you have to first put the leftover food in the packet into the wet waste, and then put the packet into the dry waste.
And we would like
Appliances. For example, electrical wires, mouse wires, or any electrical stuff which is broken. Now, the reject waste and the electrical waste is very strict by government, as it is as they are very harmful to the environment and very harmful to the animals. So how many dustbins do you have? Like how many dustbins? How many dustbins do you guys have?
We have one as of now. Yeah.
Okay, so we will recommend you to buy another dustbin and segregate between wet and dry because they are the most common types of waste which are found in households. Now we would ask you to read this. No, we can.
Should I take it or you have to read it?
No, we have to read it and give it back to us. We'll need it. What's your name?
Kokila Murugan. Kokila Murugan.
My name is Marcella, and today we are here. We are waste watchers, waste segregation watchers, and we're here to tell you about the importance of waste segregation. So let's begin.
Okay.
Now the first one is wet waste, which is distinguished by the green bin, category known as e-waste, which is like electronical appliances, maybe mouse, keyboard, bulb. That is e-waste, distinguished by yellow. Now you already said you're actually segregated, so you have two dustbins.
Yes,
We are
have
using
three.
three dustbins actually. We are using three now.
For Pampers and all, we are
Collect system in the warehouse. Waste generated in house shall be segregated in four categories: wet, dry, project, reject, and e-waste.
you don't mind.
Work instructions explained to you.
So first bin is wet and organic. We should always keep those in kitchen because they are mostly used in kitchen. Like onion, peas and all, they comes under organic because they also be used in for plantation, soil and
Waste collection system in the house. Waste generated in house shall be segregated in four categories: wet, dry, and reject, and e-waste. Work instruction explained to you and master the waste in the apartment. Waste disposal area. Residents require keeping separate bins in the
kitchen waste. Kitchen waste is also waste known as organic waste because kitchen waste are also like used for soils and all, like plantation and good for plantation. And you can even use also for food for animals, like And kitchen waste comes under raw fruits, vegetables, onion, peas. It is good for soil after decomposing. And dry waste are also waste which have the thing
About reject waste, it says it in the title itself, it's reject waste, no need. Now you buy medicines, maybe glass bottles of medicines, and the medicine is expired and it's still left, or maybe some sort of tablet or anything. It's not to be used again. That comes under this category of medical waste or reject waste. Now maybe sanitary napkins which are used, masks, very important. Any sort of medicine, that comes under, not to be taken lightly, it's not to use again either. So you cut your nails, you buy medicines, sanitary napkins, any of sort, that comes under reject waste. Also if you use masks like surgical masks you have, which you use early, that is also reject.
You cut it and put, no?
No, you used it. Use it for mass. That comes up.
Can be even be the food of animals and all. And another comes after our dry or recyclable.
Okay.
The recyclable is like the food which not the food, the poly bags and all, which we use daily in our life, poly plastic bags and all. I can even go for factories and come into a bigger size or smaller size, the better one. And come from a dirty one can come from which is also known as the green color green and planet some green also green. Then kitchen waste are waste which are used even for organic like dog food and organic food and all. Then can even go for food for animals and even can go for soil.
It can decompose. It's biodegradable. That's the point.
Dry and recyclable. And the dry and recyclable can go to the factory and recycle.
It's not written here, but I'll tell you. We have e-waste, which is distinguished by the color yellow. Now, e-waste is like broken bottles. We distinguish in dry waste that we have non-broken bottles. Here we have those broken bottles. And plastic mouse maybe you have and it's broken, you don't know what to do with it. That is definitely e-waste because it has the component of bakelite which is not.
So the waste which is used for kitchen and after the like onion peel something, they can even be used for soil, for good things and all, and for animals food. That like wheat, onion peel can be even. After composing, they can go for plantations for soil and all, and for food also. And another comes
Both separately, the plastic bag will go in dry waste and the food inside will go in wet waste. Then we have reject waste. In reject waste, we have any medical waste, is also known as. So in that we have any syringe, maybe razor blades, sanitary napkins, or maybe medicinal tubes.
organic or wet bin.
Okay.
The bin we use in kitchen, we should use in kitchen only because it consists many things in it like egg peels, onion peels and all. So we should like give to the green only because it can go for replantations, not replantation, it can go for soils.
Okay. For fertilizer. Okay.
Appliances, maybe medicine, medicine bottle, any sort of tablet, sanitizer, used masks. We use a lot of masks nowadays. So it's important to understand that. Any sort of, you cut your nails, that is also medical waste. And sanitary napkins, that comes under reject waste. We have another category known as e-waste, which is distinguished by waste segregation. So let's begin.
Dry wet waste. Wet waste is a waste which can be even used for organic and for good plantations and all, for our agriculture and all.
Okay.
And
It consists of stuff like fruit peels, vegetable peels, or any food that is left over. That is wet waste.
and it is compostable.
Okay.
Dry waste.
Dry waste are waste which can be recyclable like polythene, polybags and all.
Okay.
And
Any glass bottle if you have which is not broken is also coming under dry waste. Next we have the section of reject waste. Now one thing to understand about reject waste is that it says it in the title, it's reject waste, it's not to be taken. Now many times it happens we buy medicine and the tube is left and the medicine is probably expired too. Now if it's harmful to humans, it's probably harmful to any other animal or plant, any sort. Which means that it's not to be taken lightly and it's to be thrown properly. So that comes under reject waste. Any sort of syringe or maybe
overnight food, onion peels and all. They can even be used for animals' food as well. And they can even be used for like soils or food plantations and all. And dry waste like polythene, polybags and all. They can go to the factory and they can be recyclable and come into new one. and then we used one dirty one, then also the new one. And
Then we have the category of reject waste. Now the thing that we need to understand about reject waste is that it says in the title, it's reject, can't be used. Now you must buy medicine sometime of the day or maybe week, maybe month. And it happens that your medicine is expired and medicine is left in your tube. And you
wet waste and recyclable waste. Wet waste is about the waste which comes from kitchen. Even good for food and also cow and all. They use it, you know. And like dry waste are waste which have the bins color blue, means recyclable. And it can be recyclable like polybags and all. They'll go to the factory and from a dirty one like and a recycled one, they'll come from a recycled.
Next we have the category of reject waste. So it says in the title it's reject waste, it's not to be used. Many times it happens we buy something, maybe some sort of product or maybe cream, maybe or medicine or something, which is not to be used, it's expired. That comes under reject waste. We have blades, razors, syringes, used masks, all of those come under reject waste. We have another category called as e-waste, which is distinguished by the color yellow. In that category we have any electronic appliances, maybe bulb, mouse, wires, that comes under e-waste.
Okay.
Now before we move further, I'd like to ask you, how many dustbins do you have?
3 dustbins.
Okay.
Okay.
Can be even used for foils and all, for good plantations and all.
Okay.
And the food left over can even go for organic waste and all.
Okay.
And dry waste and it's also called as recyclable waste can be recycled by governments and be reused.
Okay.
Then we have the category of reject waste. Now the thing to understand about reject waste, it says it in the title, it's reject waste. Now we have medical waste in this category. So there are many times where you use medicine and bottles are left, or maybe some medicine has expired and the tube is left, or tablets are left. Those are reject waste category because it cannot be thrown out anywhere, it needs to be taken care of. If it happens to be eaten by any sort of flora or fauna, it's going to cause harm. So that is one category. Then we have e-waste, like electronic waste. Now that may include plastic, but it is not dry waste because it has the component bakelite, which is like very harmful. So it's not to be taken lightly. That is reject waste. Now wet waste is green and blue, dry waste is blue. Reject waste is red, and it's not written here, but it's yellow. E-waste is yellow.
Okay.
Now before we move on, I'd like to ask you, how many dustbins do you have in your house?
4. One is in kitchen for dry, the what you said, wet and organic waste. One is below the wash basin common for dry and recyclable waste. In both the bathrooms, we have kept reject waste dustbin, and in bedroom we have kept one common dustbin for electronic or something. The electronic and e-waste doesn't come on a regular basis.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
So we'd actually like you to read something for us. You've done really well actually. It's very nice. Please read this for us.
Okay. Waste management. This is to inform that VRW has initiated effective waste management system in apartment. Residents are requested to establish waste segregation collect system in their house. Waste generated in the house shall be segregated in 4 categories: wet, dry, reject, and e-waste. Work instruction explained to you and pasted in apartment waste disposal area. Residents require keeping separate bins in their house for each category, and further need to dispose in apartment waste bins in similar category. Apartment bins are kept near the main gate area and all waste from house shall be disposed in same category. This is required to provide training to each of family member and home helps for effective waste system. Environment volunteers are reaching out to you for explaining detail. You are requested to support and access for inspection. Okay. This is for me.
Yes, you have to keep that, so you have it in mind. And I'd like you to quickly fill this form.
Which this one?
Yes, this one.
Okay.